If you're here, this video didn't just show up by chance. You didn't randomly click, it appeared because your frequency matched it. This is the first confirmation. Your quantum impulse is already alive. A quantum impulse is not a thought, not a wish, not even a desire. It is a vibrational ignition. It is when the quantum field responds to the signal of your future self and begins reorganizing reality around you. Right now, you're not watching this video. This video is watching you. It is responding to the frequency shift that has already started within you. What is the quantum impulse? Quantum physics teaches us that everything begins as energy, probability waves that collapse into form when observed. The quantum impulse is the moment your energy signature changes, and the wave of your new timeline begins collapsing into physical reality. Think of it like striking a match in total darkness. That spark cannot be undone. And once the first flame ignites, it spreads across everything it touches. That is what's happening to you now. A chain reaction has already begun. The science of the impulse Nobel Prize-winning discoveries prove that observation alters reality. But here's the part most people miss. The observation isn't just you looking at life. It's life looking back at you. When your subconscious broadcasts a new frequency of freedom, abundance, or love, the quantum field has no choice but to reflect it. This creates an impulse that moves outward like ripples in a pond. Right now, your pond is rippling. The question is, are you willing to let the waves carry you to the next shore? The first signs of activation. So how do you know your quantum impulse is alive? Here are the first signs. Old situations start collapsing quickly. Jobs, relationships, habits that no longer match your frequency. You feel restless. The things that once comforted you now feel empty. Synchronicities multiply. Repeated numbers, chance encounters, dreams that feel coded. Your emotions feel heightened. Not just joy, but also frustration, as if you're too big for your old reality. These are not random. These are confirmation codes. Resistance always appears. Every impulse meets resistance, not because you're failing, but because your nervous system is trying to anchor you to the familiar. That's why doubts surface. That's why people around you act differently. That's why you feel pulled back into old patterns. But remember this, resistance means you're close. It means your old timeline is breaking. It means the shift is real. Why nothing can stop it? Here's the most important truth. Once a quantum impulse begins, it cannot be reversed. Just like a seed cannot unsprout once it cracks open, your frequency cannot shrink back into what it was. You can delay the process, you can resist, you can numb yourself, but you cannot undo the spark. Your future self has already sent the signal. It is live, and reality will bend. Aligning with the impulse. The only question left is, will you align with it? To align means to stop searching and start embodying. Instead of asking, when will it come? You declare, it is already here. Instead of chasing, you shift into receiving. Instead of doubting, you breathe coherence into your body. This is how you stabilize the impulse. The observer breath, practical activation. Let me give you a simple but powerful practice. It's called the observer breath. Close your eyes. Breathe in slowly as if you're breathing as your future self. On the exhale, imagine your current limitations dissolving like smoke. Hold the stillness between breaths. That silence is the quantum gap where new realities collapse. Do this for 3 minutes, not as effort, not as trying, but as being. Every time you breathe like this, you amplify the quantum impulse. The timeline flip. Most people expect the shift to feel like fireworks, but often it feels like collapse first. Things fall apart. People leave. Old plans dissolve. Don't mistake destruction for failure. It is the rearrangement of energy. It is the field making space for your new frequency. Your quantum impulse isn't creating from scratch. It's reorganizing everything you already are. The final frequency shift. Here's the final key. Your quantum impulse isn't about what you get. It's about who you become. When you embody the version of yourself that already has it, reality has no choice but to follow. Because the quantum field mirrors one thing only, your state of being. The myth of coincidence. Most people call synchronicities coincidences. But once your quantum impulse is live, coincidence dies. Every number pattern, every overheard phrase, every chance meeting is actually a coded transmission. The universe has no wasted signals. Every thread is woven to pull you toward the version of yourself that already exists. Why old identities collapse? Your quantum impulse doesn't just attract new timelines, it dismantles old ones. That's why friendships fade. Jobs become unbearable. Habits feel toxic overnight. It's not that you're broken, it's that your nervous system is rejecting frequencies that no longer match. The collapse is proof. The breakdown is the doorway, the quantum feedback loop. Here's a truth few people know. Every thought, every emotion you send out doesn't disappear. It loops back through the field amplified. When your impulse goes live, you begin receiving stronger feedback. This is why you notice reality answering you faster than ever. It's not your imagination, it's physics. The silent phase. After the spark, there is always silence. The in-between stage where nothing looks different, yet everything feels different. This silence is sacred. It's the field reorganizing itself. Don't mistake stillness for nothingness. It's the calm before your quantum reordering becomes visible. The test of trust. Every quantum leap has a test, not from the universe, but from your own subconscious. Your old patterns will whisper, nothing's changing. Go back to what's safe. But if you hold your state, if you keep breathing as your future self, the field cannot resist you. Trust is the lockpick. Quantum impulse versus law of attraction. The law of attraction says, like attracts like. But the quantum impulse is deeper. It doesn't just attract, it restructures. It's not pulling something toward you. It's collapsing a reality around you. This is not magnetism. This is quantum geometry. Why the old you feels like a stranger. Once the impulse activates, you may look in the mirror and feel different. Almost like you don't recognize yourself. That's because you're not the same observer anymore. Your state of consciousness has shifted, and the field must reorganize around that shift. You're not losing yourself. You're meeting the self you were always becoming. The pull of destiny. Your quantum impulse is not random. It's the echo of your highest potential pulling you forward. Imagine your future self sending out a beacon. That beacon is what you're feeling now. The restlessness, the synchronicities, the magnetic tug towards something you can't name. It's not a dream, it's a summons. The quantum heart scientists at the Heart Math Institute have proven your heart emits the strongest electromagnetic field in your body, stronger than the brain, stronger than logic. When your quantum impulse is live, your heart's field expands. It starts broadcasting beyond your body, linking with timelines, opportunities, and people who match your new vibration. This is why you feel your chest buzzing, heavy, or expanded. It's not anxiety. It's your quantum heart syncing with destiny. The irreversible path. Once the impulse ignites, your old timeline can no longer sustain you. You can try to shrink back, but it will feel suffocating. You can try to numb yourself, but the restlessness will only grow. The truth? You can't unknow what you now know. You can't unfeel what you now feel. The path is live. The only way out is forward. So hear me now, not as information, but as confirmation. If you're here, your quantum impulse is already alive. You may question it, you may fear it, but the fact that this message reached you means the wave is already moving. From this moment on, notice the patterns. Notice the signs. Notice how reality bends in ways too precise to be chance. You are not waiting for the shift. You are inside the shift. Close your eyes and breathe one last time as your future self. Whisper to your own heart, it is live. It is here. I am ready. The match has been struck. The ripple has begun. And nothing can stop what you've already become. This is not an ending. This is your activation. Your quantum impulse is live. The quantum mirror effect. Once your impulse is live, reality itself begins mirroring you with eerie precision. Your triggers, your joys, even your smallest thoughts are reflected back faster than ever. This isn't punishment, it's feedback. The field is showing you exactly what frequency you're running, so you can choose to upgrade or repeat. The question isn't, why is this happening to me? The real question is, what is this showing me about who I am being? Part 22. The strange calm before the breakthrough. Every massive leap is preceded by an uncanny quiet. People mistake it for stagnation, but in truth, it's the field recalibrating, like an archer pulling back the bowstring. The silence is not absence. It's tension building before release. If you feel calm but unsettled, don't panic. You are the arrow, and your launch is already loaded. The resistance of others. When your frequency changes, the people around you feel it. Some will be drawn closer, others will resist, criticize, or even act strangely. They are not your enemies, they are mirrors. Your impulse disrupts their comfort zones because your shift reminds them of their own dormant potential. Don't shrink back. Hold your signal. Those meant for your new timeline will rise with you. The reality split. At first, the shift feels internal, but soon you'll notice external splits. Opportunities appear out of nowhere. People exit without warning. Doors close while new ones open almost instantly. This is the timeline fork. You're not imagining it. You are literally diverging into a higher frequency version of reality. And once you step fully onto this new path, the old one collapses behind you like smoke. The power of non-doing. Here's the paradox. The more you try to force your quantum impulse, the weaker it feels. The more you allow, the stronger it grows. Non-doing isn't laziness, it's radical trust. It's embodying the knowing that the impulse already is and doesn't need you to push. In stillness, the field rearranges itself faster than your mind ever could. The impulse is destiny's signature. Think of your quantum impulse as a contract already signed by your future self. It's proof that your breakthrough is inevitable. The signature is live. The delivery is in motion. The only variable is how much you resist or allow. Why synchronicities multiply? At first, you'll notice one or two synchronicities. Then they cascade. Numbers, symbols, uncanny timings. This isn't random, it's acceleration. The universe is creating undeniable proof so that you stop doubting and start embodying. The more you acknowledge the signs, the more they multiply, until your life itself becomes one giant synchronicity, the final surrender. Every quantum shift ends with a surrender point, the moment where you stop grasping and finally exhale. It's not giving up, it's giving over to the intelligence of the field, to the pull of your own higher timeline. That exhale is the seal, that trust is the trigger. And then the flip happens. If you are still listening, it means your quantum impulse has found its target, you. You've felt the dissonance, the strange signs, the restless pull, and maybe part of you still doubts. But doubt itself is just the last shadow of your old timeline. The impulse is already live. You don't need to activate it. You don't need to force it. It has already begun moving through you, reorganizing your reality, aligning people, opportunities, and experiences that match the frequency of your future self. From here forward, your only task is presence. To breathe as the version of you who already lives the life you crave. To trust the silence. To notice the synchronicities. To walk forward even when your old self whispers fear. Say this to yourself now. My impulse is live. My shift is inevitable. My future is already here because once the wave has started, nothing can stop it. Not fear, not doubt, not delay. This is your irreversible leap into the reality you were always coded for. The impulse is live. You are ready. And the shift is now. The collapse of false identities. As your impulse gains momentum, the mask you've worn will begin to crumble. The achiever mask, the pleaser mask, the I'm fine mask. All the false selves built to survive your past frequencies will no longer hold. It feels uncomfortable at first, like losing your skin, but it is freedom. because the impulse is stripping away everything that was never really you. The body remembers before the mind. When the quantum shift begins, your body often knows before your brain does. You may feel restlessness, tingling, chills, bursts of energy, or even strange fatigue. These aren't random symptoms. They're your nervous system recalibrating to hold a higher frequency. Don't suppress it, breathe with it. Your body is upgrading its hardware so it can run the program of your future self. The energy field of destiny. Every being emits a field, and when your impulse activates, that field expands. People will feel it before they understand it. Some will be magnetized toward you. Others will step back, not knowing why. This is the quantum sorting process. Your new frequency is drawing only what belongs and dissolving what doesn't. The friction of old timelines. As you ascend, your old timelines will try to pull you back. Old habits, toxic relationships, repeating doubts. But here's the secret. The stronger the pull backward, the closer you are to the breakthrough. It is the last resistance of the old frequency trying to survive. Stand firm. This friction is proof you are leaving the old reality behind. Because the truth is, you already have. The quantum field doesn't wait. Your future self doesn't negotiate. The impulse is live. Now is your moment. Your leap is irreversible.